USA against Iran in the FIFA World Cup group stage. USA minus 103. They're the favorites to win, which is big. If we want to take a step out and talk about this a little bit more, it's going to be a very, very tight game. It's going to be a very intense game. The U.S. needs to win in order to advance. A draw does nothing to help them. A loss, of course, hurts them. Iran is currently second in the group with 3 points. The United States 1 point back after 2 draws with 2 points. Iran has a goal differential of -2. The U.S. have a goal differential of 0. They were in a 1-1 draw against Wales in the first game, a 0-0 draw against England. And now they're going up against Iran, who looked terrible against England, looked good against Wales. So you're not entirely sure what's going to happen in this game. Is the U.S. more closely aligned with England, or are they more closely aligned with Wales when it comes to talent? That was a game Wales needed to have, that Wales wanted to have, and they could not come through with the win. So you got to think Iran's got some of that talent. Now, there's a lot of stuff happening outside of the realm of actual game. The United States in some hot water with the Iran government. Iran's calling for their removal from the World Cup because of what they posted on social media, using the wrong flag to show Iran. A lot of interesting stuff. There's a lot of political tensions in this game outside of football. But we're going to focus on the pitch. Can the U.S. men's national team get this win and advance to the knockout stage for the third straight FIFA World Cup that they've been in? Of course, they didn't make the last World Cup, but in every other the two previous World Cups, they've advanced when they got in to the knockout stage, and then from there things don't go too well. But the United States played a beautiful 90 minutes against England. They left some chances out there, but they played lockdown defense, and they were able to really take it to England and be the better team for let's call it 75-80% of that match. Overall, they've played a wonderful 180 minutes of, I'll say 179 and a half minutes of soccer. Outside of Zimmerman's interesting challenge on Gareth Bale in the box, this team has played wonderfully. They have not allowed a goal in the run of play. The only goal they allowed was that second half PK by Gareth Bale. Now, they've only scored 1 goal, and that came in the first half of this all. They have not scored for 3 consecutive halves, and the offense has had their chances, but the offense just has not been able to convert, which goes all the way back to the CONCACAF qualifiers. This was a team that was head and shoulders above all but maybe one team in CONCACAF, and that's Canada. And they should have really run the table and just destroyed some of those teams. And they didn't, because they weren't able to capitalize on opportunities. And now you're sitting here, Gio Reyna got in last game. You got to think that he is going to start against Iran tomorrow. He will be major. Pulisic had a wonderful game against England. You got to hope he has a little bit of another magic in him. But it's going to be tough against an Iran team that is one of the best in the world at counterattacks. Iran is okay with a 0-0 draw in this game. A 0-0 draw advances Iran to the knockout stage and eliminates the U.S. from getting to that place. If this is a draw, U.S. finishes with 3 points, Iran finishes with 4, and if my math is mathin', that's more. So the U.S., all the pressure is on them. They need to score at least 1 goal. So you got to come out aggressive. You got to come out with your foot on the gas. You have to take it to Iran. But you got to be careful, because Iran, if they have an inch of daylight, if they're able to strike on the counter, they're dangerous. In the United States, their backline, their defensive midfield has played extremely well, but you're going to need another fantastic game out of Tyler Adams, Walker Zimmerman, and that entire defensive unit in order to win this game. The United States is favored, -103, for good reason. They have the talent advantage. They're the better team. But this is a young team that has never played in this type of environment. This is the final of the Champions League with stoppage time, and you're tied, but you're down on aggregate. Like, this is a spot that these players have not been in. It's going to be tough for the United States. And the key to this game, they're going to have to capitalize on set pieces and capitalize on opportunities when they create them. But set pieces, this is one of the best teams in the country at converting on, one of the best teams in the world at converting on set pieces, and they haven't been able to do it in this World Cup. Can they get a set piece from a dangerous position, put it into the box, find someone's head, and find the back of the net? That might be all that the United States needs. I think my pick, United States wins this game 1-0 against Iran in a complete nail-biter that leaves us on our edge of the seats until the very end. They got to convert on chances, but all it takes is one. I have full faith that this United States team will be able to hold Iran to 0. I don't have full faith that the United States, though, can score a goal. So, it'll be an interesting game, but I got USA winning 1-0.